I am begging y'all, please stop letting strangers take photos of you when you're traveling. Like, if you're next to monuments, history, art, why is someone worried about taking your photo? I remember one time I was in Teotihuacan in Mexico, and I'm standing next to the pyramids, and then some guy comes up and he asks me for my photo. Mind you, I just look like a sweaty tourist. I just also happen to be black. We are next to pyramids that are thousands of years old, and you want a photo of me. That's not weird to you? Obviously, I said no because I don't do that. I understand that a lot of y'all think it's harmless, but a lot of these countries where it happens in the most have their own history of anti-blackness and colorism. My dog's pooping, hold on. This happens a lot in China, and people have to say, oh, well, it's a homogenous country, they don't see black people often, that's why. But let me just say, they know enough about black people for a bunch of marketers to sit in a room and decide that an ad where a black person was put inside of a washing machine and came out clean and Asian was gonna sell in that country. And this is the same country that treated African migrants horribly during and blamed them for the spread of the virus. Now, why would you think that they harmlessly just want a photo of you to smile at whenever they look through their photo albums? And then there's India. I'm sure I don't need to explain the caste system to you. I'm sure you already know about the colorism there. But did you know they have their own version of the N-word? That word is so bad that people fought against us publishing it as a quote at one of the news orgs I used to work for. So yeah, tell me, why would they want a photo of you? I heard one creator say something that I really agreed with, and it's that it's infantilizing to say that these people in these different countries, they don't know any better. They're just curious. They aren't children. They aren't incapable of reason or understanding personal space or the concept of objectifying or even fetishizing somebody. And we're also talking about people with the funds to live in or visit popular tourist destinations. I'm not talking about like far out rural destinations. And black people have been all over the media for years. So please use that same photo that you're going to use to take a photo of me and Google what black people look like. And I bet at some point someone's already said, well, white people get their photos taken too. And sure, that's right. But the context is very different. White skin and Eurocentric ideals are praised. Thank you, colonization. The world idealizes Eurocentric beauty standards. So while, yes, it is still weird for a stranger to take their photo too, the reasons are very different. I would very much believe that they are admiring that photo. Meanwhile, I've heard of images of black people being posted to Chinese social media sites where people made fun of them. Do people even ask what they're doing with these photos? Like seriously, before you say yes, do you ask why? Do you ask what they're gonna do with it? Maybe next time you should. At the end of the day, there's a difference between appreciation and exotification. If a professional photographer stops you and wants to take your photo, that's obviously a different situation. If you're at a festival and you're dressed up, you still have the right to say no, obviously, but asking for your photo in that situation makes sense. You're there, you're making a statement, you clearly want to be seen, you're on display. A tourist at a cafe is not part of the travel experience. If you formed a bond with some strangers and in the end they're like, hey, let's take a photo, let's remember this moment, that's different. And you know what? The opposite is true as well. I do not take photos of locals while I'm traveling. I am not an anthropologist. And like I said, if I was really doing photography, it would probably be different. But taking photos of strangers who aren't doing some sort of performance or asking to be photographed is weird. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, like and subscribe for more travel stories and travel content. See, bye. Where? No? Okay. Bye.